In my words, Lord, be glorified today. Thank God. Thank everybody for being out, but thank God that I was able to make it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a stage for you about what I'm going to talk about. How many people? I'm pretty sure everybody's actually went to school, some form of school. And when you go to school, you have certain requirements. I'm gonna paint the picture as life being the school, and you need certain requirements. But as by life being school, as you're going to school, you need certain things that you need to take to school, and they're called utilities or books or what have you. But in order to carry those things, you need a backpack. I believe God has given everybody a backpack. Now, whether you use it appropriately, or whether you use the tools that are put in, that's on you. But everybody has a backpack to utilize within this life, within your school. Everybody has not went to the same school, but we have the same headmaster. And the same headmaster has a goal and an objective and a purpose for everybody within the school of life. So what it is that you carry a backpack and you go to schools, and when you go to school you have a backpack, but to go to school and have a backpack and not have anything in it is kind of like a wasted trip. Because you go to school, you get to the first period, and you have certain areas in your life, you have certain requirements, there are certain periods, you have certain classes. So when you have the backpack, you need your books, you need your tools, you have requirements. But in every class, usually the teacher requires you to have something to write with. Because you come to some classes and you have anything to write with, and you ask the teacher, she said, well, if you don't have all your requirements, you need to leave the class and come back again. Because some things we experience in life, in certain periods of our life, requires a redo. And why do they require a redo? Because we had the tools, but we refused to pack the tools for the specific class that we need to go to. And the specific class that we go to in life are within specific periods of life. Everybody has a period of life, but it's only specific to their journey.
Yes.
So the title of my message today is the journey with a specific destination.
Yeah.
Everybody got a journey.
Yeah, that's it.
Some people walk fast and some people walk slow.
Yeah.
But you still got to walk it.
Yes.
So the journey of life is in the classroom. Everybody has specific classes you go to, specific periods you go to. Some people take history, some people take math at specific times. I have friends, but I didn't have the same class with all my friends. We're in the same thing called life. We see it's still in the same school building, but we have different classes. And based on our track in life, we have a specific time frame that's catered to us. And I can't be like the Joneses or the Benzes or nobody else. I only can be like the Daniels. I can be like me. Because there's only one me, I only have one fingerprint, and nobody else has the duplicate. Because God, the headmaster, has designed me specifically to walk in my classroom for a specific period in my life and to do what he wants me to do with the tools he's given us. Okay, but even with the tools he's given us. Okay, we got the thing, you got the classroom, you have the school, you have periods that you have to go to in life to meet that objective or that goal. Because some people want to be a nurse, some people want to be an engineer, some people want to be a mechanic. However, it still takes specific classes to get to that goal. So it's based on your time frame. Some people learn faster, some people learn slower. But it's all based on the end. Because see, the race is not given to the swift or to the strong. It's only given to the one who perseveres. Perseveres to the end. See, perseverance connects me to this story about the man that knocked on the door and he kept on knocking, kept on knocking, kept on knocking, and eventually the guy got up and he opened the door. And he opened the door because the guy had persistence. It wasn't about hitting it once, twice, but he knew that he had a destination and he didn't want to be late for his class.
Yes.
Because he knew that at a certain period, a certain time, that he didn't need to get to that period so he could make the class to learn what he needed to learn to make his grade, to accelerate and elevate to the next level of classes that he needs to go to. See, some people stay stuck in class. They stay stuck in the class until they get it. And some people just don't get it. And some people don't want to get it. They want to live somebody else's life. So I would be like Mr. Jenkins, but you don't have his DNA. Oh, you may have his DNA, you may be his son or daughter, but you don't have his fingerprint. See, his fingerprint was made for him. Your fingerprint was made for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you have, so the person in between, he gets the door opened up because he never gives up. So I think sometimes, a lot of times, people say, well, I can't do it no more. I've said this time and time again. As long as you get up on this side, you may not can do it fast, but you still can get it done. If you get up vertical and have any type of thrust to move forward, you can do right what was done wrong yesterday.
Yes.
So when a person thinks it's a hopeless cause, God put the hope in hopeless. God put the faith in the faithless. I mean, he is the one that, see, faith is not given. I mean, you have to dig deep. You have to believe. Okay, so getting back on track. So you got the classroom, you got periods, and you have the equipment and your backpack. So you walk into the class. Okay, you pull out your pen, and then you start to write. But see, sometimes some classes require different types of writing utensils. Every class does not require a pen. And every class does not require a pencil. But some classes require a lot more. Some classes require a magic marker. And the magic marker that a person uses in specific classes, and I hope every class doesn't require the magic marker, because some magic markers, the imprint of the marker is so deep that people spend years trying to erase it. And a lot of times, that imprint of that magic marker is an emotional baggage, pain, stress, situations, post-traumatic stress. I mean, it's stuff that's so deep, it lasts 30 to 40 years. I can't never forgive him. I can't trust him. And you holding all that baggage inside. It's trapped emotions. Energy doesn't go anywhere. It just stays there and it just ferments. So what happens is that you have people, a lot of people, the magic marker, and some things and some issues in people's life, the magic marker, I'm gonna label the magic marker as a thing called anger. A lot of people don't realize that angry, but I want to just express to you all that anger is not a negative thing. It's really a neutral emotion. It's a neutral emotion. He said, well, I need to handle my anger. No, you need to handle the things that trigger the anger. The anger is nothing but a red button saying that there's something wrong underneath. Think of an iceberg and anger is on top. Say, boom, 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 something's wrong. You know, in your car, you see the thing on your car saying that the oil or the engine, and something's wrong, it's usually a red light. It's saying that you need to get a hold of this and take care of this before something breaks down. And that's usually when a person goes into a rage. They get ticked off. So just think about it. If you see a warning sign, a red glass is flashing, and you just so upset, you just get a hammer and you bash the glass. to just hit it and just beat it. Do you really solve the issue? You kind of inflame the issue. So if you're driving down the road and a person puts up a unholy finger at you, you pull over the curb and get out. Do you really solve the situation? That may just get shot. I mean, yeah. Or somebody's going too slow in front of you. If you slam in the back of them because you late for work, do you really solve the situation? You later, you got an accident, they mad, you mad, the police come? Yeah, because it's really things underneath, unmet expectations. I thought he'd be here 10 minutes ago, but he didn't come or even call. I thought she loved me forever, but she never came back home. I thought he'd never leave me, forsake me, but they died. Some people are actually upset at people who died because they didn't think it's the hurt and the pain of not seeing them on this side, and makes them angry, and they start connecting everything else to that person's death.
Yes.
Yeah, if that person did this, they would no, maybe they still would have died. I mean, but you just connected. It just keeps fury, and then you ticked off the other person. Person dead 40 years. You upset at that person because they was connected to the person who died that you cared so much about, because it wasn't about the anger and the rage. It's about that person that take care of your dad and your mama like they said they was going to take care of them, and you wasn't there to help them. And why weren't you there? There's a lot of things underneath that triggers the rage. But this is how you deal with the rage. This is how you deal with the sub-modalities that actually stay stuck and tear you down internally. He said, cast your cares on me.
Yeah.
He said, he cares.
Yeah.
But we hear the scripture, but we don't really do it. and we never really are assertive in our communication, meaning that we don't ever confront the person in the spirit of Christ, or in the spirit where they can actually comprehend what we're saying and getting our message. See, our job if we're upset at somebody, some people don't even know they're actually ticking us off. I've had situations, the person didn't know they did me wrong. But he said, if I have an art against my brother, I need to go to him.
Yeah.
Because the forgiveness is not for him, it's for me.
Yeah.
See, when you don't forgive, you hold that person's sin with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think you're holding it against them, but you're holding it with you. You're holding a weight that slows you down, because anger is nothing but depression internalized.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it's internalized, it's not on the outside of you, it's on the inside of you. And on the inside of you, it makes you go slower and slower. And you don't accomplish anything because you're looking down instead of looking up. Because if you look up, you can see the light. But if you look down, all you see is defeat. You look at defeat and you see defeat. And you live a defeated life because you don't look at the light. You don't look at defeat. And the defeat is underneath. You have to look ahead. You have to look before you. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you have to look straight ahead. So the magic marker, this is a progression that I talk about, is that you have the magic marker, and sometimes you have to get it, you have to write it first. And you have to get out your system. Because even about forgiving a person doesn't mean that the pain went away just all like that. That's when faith comes in. You forgive the person and you walk into forgiveness. But still, that pain is still there. I forgive you for doing me wrong. Don't mean it. I really forgot. That's where God's grace comes. But as you walk in forgiveness, what happens is that first it's dark. Then you write it down. That's the magic marker. It's hard. And it's kind of like trying to get it off. It never comes off. Then the pen density decreases to a felt tip marker. It's thinner. It's still dark because it's still in your head. But it's thinner. It's not as deep or wide. And then the intensity decreases again to a ballpoint pen. You can erase a little bit, but it's still deep to a certain extent. And as you walk in the forgiveness, the ballpoint pen turns to a number 2 pencil. You can erase it, but still, a lot of number 2 pencils still are deep. Trace. Yeah. Then you go to a number 3 pencil, which is a lighter form of the lead. And then, because you're faithful and just to walk in forgiveness as he stated, then he blesses you with a fair eraser. They're still being held by your hand. See, so we asking God to do stuff that he told us to do. So they're being held by your hand. So it's your job to erase it. And even when you erase, you still see impression. Just because you forgave don't really mean you forgot. But the density that decreased in the tone of the ink decreases the power of that memory to overcome your present day.
Yes, yes.
See, I may have a memory of what you've done, but what you've done doesn't affect my present. It makes me realize if I forgave her from that, and God has brought me this far, I'm so much lighter. Because if it's that dark, you hold the extra stuff in your bag. It's weighing you down. You need to let that go. Cast your cares on him because he cares. Yeah. So we need to work on decreasing the intensity of the pain that we all go through because it's called life.
Yes. Yes.
But God doesn't mean us to keep the pain. He told us to cast it on him. Because he paid it all on the cross. Yeah. But are you going to talk about it or are you going to be about it? He said, are you going to believe the word or are you just going to read the word? The word's a living instrument that's used to utilize. See, if you don't keep anything in your backpack, you need to keep something that has life in it. It's called the book of life. Because, I need to look at something to help me get through the day. It's a practical application in life, family, and work. It's only practical if you use it. It's only practical if you use it. And it's not a deep thing. It's a Jesus thing. So, I said, you got the life, you got the classroom, you got the periods, and you got the equipment in the book bag that you use, and you got the writing utensils, and you need the writing utensils so you can put stuff, make it plain. So you need to write the vision down of your life, of your goals, your objectives, your class destination, because the Habakkuk should write the vision down, make it plain, so when men see it, they may be able to run with it. You need to write your vision down. You need to write your purpose down. You need to write your goals down. Because instead you write your goals, you write your purpose, he'll back it up. We believe in God to give us divine destination. But God said, I put it in you. If I put it in you, can you put it on paper? Like the Reverend Al Green said. Can you put it on paper? If you put it on paper, I'll make it do what it do. See, we say we believe. See, faith is something that we really, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So that's the definition. But when we come to the classroom, school is life. You got programs, you got periods, you have time frames in the periods, you have a book bag with the utensils in the bag, but now you need a schedule. See, the thing about the schedule, sometimes when you're starting, you undecided. And sometimes even when you pick the classes, it don't have the time you want. And the biggest thing in the class that you need, that you know is specific to your destination. You feel passionate about it. So I believe if you embrace your passion, God will shed light on the blocks of the road of your purpose. But you have to embrace your passion. See, and you embrace that passion, even if the time is not given. but the class is there. You know what you see? When it lists the time, TBA. Anybody know what TBA means? To be announced. It said to be announced. What? To be announced. See, that's what faith takes in. I'm going to take the class even if I don't know who's going to be the teacher. Even if I don't know the criteria. Even if I don't know. See, it's not about you know, but do you trust? Say, even I don't know. So I changed the acronym of TBA. It means to be announced. Because be announced means I have total trust in the master's hand. I have total trust in his vision, his purpose. I have total trust that he will actually bless me to leave an imprint for my legacy. See, I have total trust. So by me having total trust, what I do is I think it. That's for the T. Then I believe it. That's for B. And in order to achieve it, I have to activate the achievement factor by action.
All right.
I need to think it, because as the man thinketh, so is he. And I need to believe it. I need to walk in faith. Not walk by sight. And then I need to, the only way I can achieve that goal is I need to say, Lord, how do I activate it? He said, put one foot in front of another and keep on walking. Embrace what you have passion for. And I light each block at a time. I light each block at a time. And before you know it, the whole road lights up. I'm laughing to my feet and light unto my pathway. I think he said it. He said, I'll be a lamp unto your feet because a light to my path, because if he's a lamp unto your feet, you'll never feel defeated. Because you're not looking at defeat, you're looking at the path. See, there's a difference between being defeated and having a light. See, the light doesn't make you focus on your feet, it makes you focus on the path. See, and the light to the pathway, you see the destination. At the end of the destination, you see Jesus. See, Jesus is the end of the destination because the whole goal in life is to get to the destination. To get to the destination. Now, you ain't trying to get this that quick, you know, but you trying to walk. When you don't want him to say, what did you do? You want to say, you come into your rest, my good and faithful servant. Because we all have a purpose. And I'm gonna be a sweet. What MLK say? Yeah, I'm gonna be a sweet cleaner. I'm gonna be the best. The street cleaner. Yeah. I mean, what that? See, I tell my kids, the goal in life is to embrace their passion, find the purpose, master the skill set so you can give it away. You need to master your skill set within your passion that's connected to your purpose. Because you find your purpose, you find the hero. You find the hero, you find the purpose. Because the purpose is within, and the hero's in Jesus. See, it's a hero's in, and see the hero's in Jesus. And we have a hero's journey. It's the pathway to our life's destination. It's a pathway to the legacy we need to leave behind. It's the pathway to drinking a life and where when you finish, it's empty and not half full. It's a life where you have no regrets. Not woulda, coulda, shoulda, but I did.
Yes.
You see, the whole purpose is to master what you're good in so you can just give it away. Because you can't take it with you. So, the school called life has periods, has time frames within the periods that we need to go in. And we need to have a book bag that can carry the utilities that's needed for every class. Because every class doesn't require, generally you have a pen and pencil, but still you have other things like books, projectors, what have you, for specific classes. Then you need to deal with those past hurts so they don't hurt you and load you down and depress you and cause an anchor to your boat. See, you have an anchor to your boat. If you don't lift it up, you stay stuck. And you stuck, you don't go nowhere. Because the thing that moves when nobody else does is time.
Yeah.
And then you have your class schedule. And the trust in God allows you to, even when you see TBA, you know that all it means, I just need to think about it. And now think about what I chose. Now I need to believe that's God's plan for me. And by believing, the proof that I believe is that I activate the achievement by action. I'll leave this with you all today. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And if the goal, no matter how old you are, you still here on this side. So if you, every day you get vertical, I encourage, I implore you to get up vertical and do right what you didn't get a chance to do yesterday or when you did wrong. Bless you.
Let's stand. We're going to pray for our sick. Brother Pancho, all services died. They did it here. And then she was sedated and hooked up to my machine. Brother Pancho, a lot there.